Live from Asmara, this is ERi-TV English News Broadcast for 24th of March. The time is 10:30 p.m. Good evening to you, and let's begin with the top stories. World TB Day observed at national level. Eritrean football national team finalizes preparation. Iran to continue war with US until reparations met. And Brazil's Lula da Silva warns of foreign interference. Thank you for joining us. Proceed with all four reports. World TB Day 24th March was observed today at the national level at the premises of Orta National Referral Hospital under the theme Yes, We Can End TB. Dr. ERi-TV, Director of Communicable Diseases Control at the Ministry of Health, indicated that in Eritrea, as everywhere else in the world, TB is one of the most painful and deadly diseases. He called on all institutions and partners to join hands in the effort to eradicate the disease by 2030. Dr. ERi went on to say that over the past 5 years, 10,000 nationals were found to be infected with the disease and were cured through proper medication. He also said that the fact that 18% of the patients were children under 15 years of age requires earnest attention. Dr. Mary Stephen, World Health Organization representative in Eritrea, said that Eritrea has made great progress towards ending TB with a steady TB notification rate of 87%, 100% treatment enrollment, and 90% treatment success rate for all forms of disease. She added that mortality decreased from 8.5 to 3.4% per 1,000 population in 2024. Noting that the achievements registered so far are the result of conscious participation of the public, coupled with the commitment of health professionals, Mr. Emmanuel Girmatsyan, head of the communication and training at the Ministry of Health, said that sustained promotional activities will be conducted until the desired goal is attained. At the event, a seminar focusing on TB was conducted by professionals, and awards were presented to the winners of general knowledge contest conducted among women. Mr. Durar Fissahaye, member of the Public Relations Office of the Commission of Culture and Sports, who is with the national team in Morocco, indicated that Eritrean footballers' national team has finalized its preparation for the first leg match against the Eswatini national team in the qualifiers for the 2027 African Nations Cup. Mr. Durar went on to say that all the professional players currently playing in football leagues in various countries who were called by the Eritrean Football Federation have joined the national team and are available for the game with full confidence and in a good condition. Extensive water and soil conservation popular campaigns are being carried out in all administrative areas of Golud subzone in the Gashbarka region. Mr. Tawalda Medhen Kidane, water and soil conservation expert, said that the objective of the popular campaigns, which started in last week of January and are being conducted twice per week, includes addressing the river that caused flooding concerns in Golud town during the rainy season, as well as grazing lands. The participants on their part said that they understand the importance of popular campaign and expressed readiness to strengthen their participation. In the same vein, an environmental sanitation program was carried out at Golud Community Hospital in connection with the World Down Syndrome Day. Those were local news updates. We'll be back with international news right after this. Iran will continue its war with the United States until its demands are met, including full reparation, economic sanctions relief, and guarantees of non-interference in its internal affairs. This is according to Iranian official. Former Chief Commander of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, made the remark in an interview with state-run TV. His remarks came hours after U.S. President Donald Trump withdrew his threat of attacking Iran's power plants within 48 hours, and he said that the United States and Iran have held very good and productive conversations regarding a complete and total resolution of hostilities in the Middle East. Israel and the United States launched joint attacks on Tehran and several other Iranian sites on February 28, with Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, senior military commanders, and civilians killed in the strikes. Iran responded with waves of missiles and drone strikes targeting Israeli and U.S. bases and assets across the Middle East. According to statements, targets in the occupied port of Eilat, Dimona, and northern Tel Aviv were struck using IMAD and multi-warhead missile system along with attack drones. The latest phase is noted has set a distinct record in the timeline of the war. On the other hand, a large explosion at an oil refinery near the Texas coast yesterday shot plumes of smokes into the air and forced nearby residents to shelter in place. This is according to officials. The explosion comes amid a spike in gas price driven by uncertainty over the global oil supply because of Iran war. The refinery can process about 435,000 barrels of oil per day, according to reports. The plant refines heavy sour crude oil into gasoline, diesel, and jet fuels. Brazilian President Lula da Silva has criticized what he called the return of a colonial approach towards developing nations during a summit in Colombia. But while Lula did not mention United States President Donald Trump in his remark, he gestured at actions undertaken by the Trump administration, including the January 3rd abduction of Venezuelan leader Nicolás Maduro and the fuel blockade in Cuba. It's not possible for someone to think that they own their country, other countries, Lula said in apparent reference to U.S. policy. Lula delivered his remark at Saturday's Summit for the Community of Latin American and Caribbean States, CELAC, which featured a high-level forum with delegates from Africa. He told delegates that their countries had already experienced it being plundered for gold, silver, diamonds, and minerals. The left-wing Brazilian president also criticized the ongoing war launched by the U.S. and Israel against Iran. He drew a parallel between the conflict, which began on February 28, and the U.S.-led Iraq war, which began in 2003 on the pretext of weapons of mass destruction. We're about to end our news broadcast, but before we say goodnight, here's a final glance at the top stories. World ERi-TV Day observed at national level. Eritrean football national team finalized preparation. Iran to continue war with U.S. until reparations made, Iranian officials. Brazil's Lula da Silva warns of foreign interference. That's all with the news for this session. On behalf of the entire news crew, thank you very much for watching. Have a great night.